Now, this is a response to something Joyner Lucas said on Twitter the other day, and it was regarding being number one, or as he put it himself, the greatest in hip-hop. So without wasting any time, let's take a look at what Joyner said and let's talk about it. Now, this is exactly what Joyner said. I said it before, I'm not here to be the greatest. I bow gracefully to those who I feel are better than me. At Drake, at Kendrick Lamar, at J. Cole, at Eminem, at Jay-Z, at Nas, etc. Hope no one ever felt threatened by me. I'm not here to take their spot. I want to make music. Does that make me weak? As you can see at the end, he asked the question, does that make me weak? Which means he genuinely wanted some input on his mentality here, so let me give my thoughts on this. When it comes to this conversation of a rapper wanting to be the greatest, not even being the greatest by the way, but aspiring to become the greatest, I think it just comes down to what you as an artist really want. I don't even know what goals or aspirations Joyner Lucas truly has. Maybe he's really in it just to make music like he said, and whether or not he's included in the quote-unquote hip-hop greatest of all time conversation, that's up for the people to decide. Obviously, him saying something like this will definitely disappoint some of his fans, and why am I saying that? Well, just because diehard Joyner Lucas fans want to tell the world, you know what, Joyner Lucas is the greatest motherfucking rapper alive just because he's that good at what he does. But now, they can't say that because Joyner himself isn't even claiming that number one spot. If you're gonna be considered weak in a situation like this, I think it has to come from a place of you not being good enough and you knowing that you are not good enough, so you say that you don't want to be the greatest because you are threatened by the ones who are the greatest. But as you could see from his tweet, he apologized himself to other rappers for being threatening to them, which I think is something that's not necessary at all. I mean, if you are skilled to the point of intimidating other rappers, then that means that you're doing something right. Maybe he's saying this just to get on the good side of all these artists, and maybe this is not the way he truly feels. Because I want you to think about the fact that being featured on Eminem's album has done a lot for Joyner and will continue doing a lot for him. Lucky You is undoubtedly one of the most successful tracks from Kamikaze, and the fact that he had the chance to be a part of it is huge for him. Imagine collaborating with Jay-Z, Nas, and Drake. What do you think that would do for his career? It would do a lot. But when it really comes down to it, I just can't see how him settling and saying that he doesn't want to be the greatest makes him weak. Everyone has different standards for themselves, and if Joyner Lucas doesn't have the greatest standard in him, then he doesn't have it. What I would say is it would make him weak if that's really not what he truly wants. If he's only saying this to maybe get on the good side of all these artists and then maybe have a chance to collaborate with all of them, then yeah, I would say that that's definitely weak. But considering the fact that he himself said that he's only in it to make music, I can't really argue with that. At the end of the day, in my eyes, he's still an amazing artist. And as long as that statement right there doesn't really affect the way he makes music, I'm completely fine with whatever. Now, that's of course my personal opinion on what Joyner Lucas had to say regarding not being the greatest, but what do you personally have to say about this? When it comes to what Joyner Lucas said regarding him not wanting to threaten any of the OGs in the game and not really wanting to be the greatest, would you personally consider him weak because of this, or would you not consider him weak? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this.